Hi, welcome back. My name is Carson, and today I have a knitting podcast for you, so let's get into it. Hi, hope you've all been doing well. It's been quite some time. Currently, right now, in real life, when I'm filming, it is Friday evening. I just got off work. Logan's watching Wilder. If you don't know, if you haven't been here before, that is my 7, almost 8-month-old son, so I have some excited Friday energy. Excuse me if I'm a little haywire, but feeling good. It's the weekend, and that's exciting. I have been gone for quite some time. Really, I've just taken a break. I wasn't very intentional. I did intentionally slow down, but we've just been spending lots of family time. We've been traveling quite a bit. Work. It's just been busy this summer. So yeah, but I'm excited to sit down and chat with you today. The last few podcast episodes have been kind of not busy, but different. It was all about knit-alongs and giveaways and sponsorships, which I'm grateful for. But today we have a very chill, normal podcast. So grab your projects, grab a drink, and I'm excited to chat. So I guess first off, I'll share what I'm wearing. I've been very inspired by pretty much every podcaster, every person I follow on Instagram. I feel like the ranunculus is making this. I mean, if you have never seen the ranunculus before, I'm sure you have. It's a very popular knitting pattern, and I feel like every knitter at some point in their life makes a ranunculus, and I made this one last fall, and now I'm seeing lots of people make them right now and wear them on their podcasts or they will wear old ones that they made. I literally just watched 2 podcasters today. Then they had their ranunculi, don't know the plural, on. And so I figured, you know what? I made one last fall. I don't remember the month. I made one last fall, and I was pregnant back then, and I didn't wear it a lot. I did not like the way it fit on me pregnant. I didn't like the way a lot of knits fit, and I think I started having trouble with garments because I just didn't know. I didn't know, but I realized, like, oh my gosh, I haven't really worn it since I haven't been pregnant. So here it is today, and yeah, I'm trying to have a better relationship with my knitted garments because I honestly don't wear them that much. Given I live in Texas, it is hot as heck here right now, and so I probably wouldn't wear this outside. It is knit in like a cottony summer blend yarn. It's not all cotton, but I mean, it's not like straight up wool, but still I would not wear this outside right now or I would melt. My body would melt. But I'm wearing it inside, and it's fun. It's fun. I feel like I'll wear this in the fall. So I just wanted to, put it on, try it out. And I want to try out more of my knits. I've knit one t-shirt this year. That's like the only garment I've made, and I haven't even worn it. Maybe once. But I need to get better about that. So yeah, maybe you're like me, you make a ton of stuff and then just never wear it. Honestly, sometimes I get afraid, especially now that I have a kid. Wilder puts everything in his mouth, he gnaws on my shoulders, he just grabs and he yanks, and I'm really afraid that I'm going to damage my knits because you spend a lot of time knitting these things, and I don't want them to get damaged. But I think I need to just breathe and wear them and see what happens. So all to say, this is my ranunculus, and so far, the 10 minutes I've had it on, I like it. So, okay, let's get into finished objects. That's how this goes. It's been a while. Okay, sorry, the sun's setting a little bit, so I just adjusted the lighting. But I have these socks. Wow. So yeah, these are, I think I showed these last podcast, but I truly don't remember. It's been a while. These are just pretty much basic socks, my basic sock recipe, cast on 64 stitches, and all I did different was 3x1 ribbing on the whole leg and the instep and the cuff too. And yeah, if you're interested about the yarn, I don't have that on hand right now. I believe this one is West Yorkshire Spinners in the color turmeric, and then this one is Alana Grossa. It starts with the S, but I didn't realize this last podcast episode, I don't think, but it's sock yarn, but it has a little bit of silk in there, or cashmere, some luxurious something. I didn't realize that, but honestly it doesn't feel too different. I don't know. It feels like pretty sturdy commercial sock yarn, but I really like these guys. So it is self-striping. And that's pretty much it. Now, I say these are finished. Let me show you a little secret. They're not totally finished. I have not blocked these yet or weaved in the ends. So yeah, they're not totally finished, but that's okay. That's fine. I am not really wearing my knitted socks a ton, right? Actually at all. Right now I'm just knitting them for the fall and the winter because, like I said, I live in Texas and I would melt if I wore these. My feet would be liquid. They would just disappear. They would melt and disappear. But these are really fun, and I don't know if I'm gonna talk a whole lot more about them. They're just your basic sock, and I just love knitting with self-striping, self-designing sock yarn. We'll never stop. We'll never stop. These, I feel like the first one by really fast, and the second one hung out. These are like my travel socks, but finally finished these guys. Ish. They're finished-ish. Still need to weave in stuff. But that's okay. We'll get there. Oh, and okay, so my other finished objects are also socks. So these I casted on for our special skein cow 2023. I use 3 special skeins for these socks. These are the Sunflower Power socks, I think, by Stone Knits. They come in a duo. I can't remember what that's called, but I'll link everything below so y'all can find it. And I think it's the Field of Sunflower socks and the Sunflower Power socks come in a set. I don't even remember what the name of the set is though, but yeah, and I did modify these. Yeah, I think I talked about these in an earlier podcast in length, so I won't go too far into it, but it's modified, so I wanted some shorties for the summer, fall, mostly fall because I'm not wearing them right now, but so the original pattern, you might have seen it, is all color work, like it has it has flowers down the whole sock. I modified mine to just be on the cuff because double wool, you know, all those floats, not realistic for me. Not practical for me for shorties. But I would like to knit another pair, a longer pair. Like, because, I did modify that, so I made them shorties. That's another modification. I believe the full pattern has 3 rows of flowers, so it's more like your normal sock. I don't know. Goes not to your leg, but just your normal knitted sock with a longer leg. And I think I would like to make some with no modifications for fall, maybe in like a rust red and a golden yellow, and I have those colors in my possession right now, so we'll see, because I could totally wear those in the winter and be fine. Although I've never knitted all over colorwork socks before. That sounds like a project. Me and colorwork, we get along sometimes. This was enough for me. I was like, okay, cool, I'm having fun, and now I'm done. I'm done with colorwork now. I'm having fun, I'm done. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else I should say about this. So this pink yarn is actually naturally dyed sock yarn from the Eclectic Sook. And then the changing yarn, the variegated yarn up here for the colorwork portion, is from Savannah Rose Handmade. It's from 2022, her Midsummer yarn. And then this is from Birch and Lily, gosh, can't talk. In her sock base in the color Petrichor, I think is how you say that, but yeah. I really enjoyed these socks. I'm so glad I finished the second one. I did the first one within a week, the second one hung out. That's like a theme, but at least I'm finishing socks. At least they're being finished. That's fine. They can hang out for as long as they want to, as long as they get complete, so. Yeah. If you want to hear more about these, I think I talked a lot about these in my special skein podcast, where I introduced that. I don't know if that's helpful because I don't even know the episode number, but previous podcast, if you want to go check it out, scour. Yeah, that's those socks, and those are finished. I feel like I'm flying through this, but that's okay. I'm wondering how long Wilder will last. He's a bit of a wild card in the evenings. We're past the witching hour, but he's very much attached. I think he's having some separation anxiety right now. But he loves Logan, so that's good. We'll see how long until he starts getting a little bit wild. But, okay. So, this is a half-finished object. More socks. This is a sock-heavy podcast. Okay, so, the sock yarn I just showed in that colorwork portion is what I use for this. This is Savannah Rose Handmade Sock Yarn 2022 Midsummer. It's super variegated, so fun. I've never knit with this much variegation before. And this is also just my plain basic sock recipe, 64 stitches to cast on. And I did 3x1 broken rib in this one. So this one isn't blocked yet, but, and I'm not even sure if the color's showing up the way it looks in person. It's so colorful. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I mean, every stitch is a different color. It's so fun. I'm usually not a huge variegated person. I think maybe I was just afraid of it. But now, after knitting this, I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Because, like I said, every stitch is different. I hear Wilder talking. Every stitch is different. There's pinks, there's yellows, there's blues, there's greens. There's like pastel-y colors and then more bright colors. I can't explain it. It's so cool, and I love the way the heel looks, the slip stitches look in this variegated color. That's so pretty. So yeah, this one, shorty, ankle-ish. I did this one in like 3 days, and then this one has been hanging out. So I'm on the second one. I'm on the heel, actually. The heel flap. This one's been hanging out for like 2 weeks. But that's okay. Knitting on it slowly. And then soon I'll have some more socks. Oh, we're good. Thought I dropped stitches on my other project. We're okay. Very sock heavy recently, like from the past month or two. I feel like I took a little break from socks for a while, but they're back. My socks are back, baby. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this color. So lots of basic socks. Do I have any sock plans? I know I just did a sock video. Oh yeah, I want to knit some ruffly socks. I want to knit lots of socks. I was actually down the sock rabbit hole today. There's just so many. There's so many. And I have the 52 Weeks of Socks Volume 1 book that I got last year. And I haven't knit any socks out of that. So I would like to knit some socks out of that book. Yeah, I don't have any for sure sock plans, but once I finish these, I will definitely be casting on more socks. That's for sure. Okay, so this is my last whip. I hear him playing with toys. I'm not sure if y'all can hear that. But this is my last whip. Oh my gosh. Whoa, can you even tell what this is? It is a bag. So I shared this book in my last podcast, I think. Gosh, I can't remember what this book is called. Full disclosure, I turned it back into my library because my time was running out, which I think I could have kept rechecking it. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like a weird deadline to turn back in my library books. I mean, obviously there's a deadline if you don't want fees, but you could keep checking them out if no one holds them, right? And I don't love rechecking books out constantly. I like to turn them in and I don't know. So I did turn this book back in. I don't have it on hand, but this is called the Market Day Bag. And I have yet to find this on Ravelry. I don't think the patterns from the book are uploaded. Okay, it's called Knitting Gifts for All Seasons. I don't know. You can check out my last podcast or I'll put it in the description below. But this is in that, and this is a gift from myself. And yeah, this is the Market Day bag. And wow, this guy flew. I don't even remember if I had this casted on last time. I think I did. This has been a couple months in the making. Honestly, I kind of thought this would be an easy peasy quick project. But I think this is as much knitting, if not more, than a tank top would have been for me. But I'm really enjoying this. It is almost done. I'm on the last handle. So it has, let me show you. I'm just holding it up, but so there's like these increases. You start from the bottom and then you get to this really fun lace motif to kind of switch things up. Then you go to garter, which is super fun. And then you got your straps and these tie together. I guess you could graft them, but the pattern said tie, so I'm gonna tie, and I think that'll help because this is a cotton linen. I think it's more so linen because it's pretty sturdy and scratchy, which is perfect for this bag. And yeah, I love this. If y'all have this book on hand, if y'all can find it in your library, I recommend literally just for this pattern. There were some other good patterns in there too, but this one caught my eye and I'm so glad I decided to do it. This is actually the first pattern I'm making from a book. Like, I know I said I had the sock book, but I haven't made anything from that yet. So this has been a fun experience just to have the book out. and not having to be on my phone all the time, which of course now I don't have the book anymore, but I'm in a good spot. I think I know what to do. And yeah, I'm trying to think. The increases were really fun. I've been telling Logan that I really want to knit a beret. He's not sure how he feels about that, which I don't even know how I would feel in a beret. I just want to knit one and see. But it was funny, whenever I was knitting this up, I just had the bottom knit up and I was like, what do you think I'm making? Because I hadn't told him yet. And he was like, oh, is that a beret? I was like, no, but it kind of looks like one because the way you do the increases on the bottom. But that was really fun. And then this lacy motif was fun, but by the second one, so you do it in 2 different spots. Same motif, 2 different spots. By the second one, I don't know, my brain was just off. It was shut off, and I ended up with the wrong amount of stitches after like the 4th repeat or something. And so I took a minute, I said, okay, you could keep going, and it would probably look not the best, or we could just like breathe and pause and then rip it back and put a lifeline in. And I did that and it worked out. And I started the second lace chart again, or the second motif. And then I kept ending up with the wrong amount of stitches. I did that 3 times. And after the 3rd time, I was like, we're good. I was like, lace is forgiving. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. And it was. I honestly can't tell. I just made sure that I either like decreased an extra stitch or made a random increase to have the right amount of stitches for the lace pattern. And I genuinely can't tell. I mean, this lace is very forgiving. Maybe if I block it and open it up, it'll show my mistake, but I have no idea where it is, and I'm happy with that. Oh well. Yeah, what else about this? I've had this yarn in my stash for a couple years, 3 years. It is from an indie dyer who no longer dyes, sadly. I made my outline take with this. I haven't worn that this summer either. Maybe I should wear that one next. That tank is very breathable because of this yarn. Like, the yarn is stiff and sturdy, but I think because of that, it allows more breathability. It doesn't stick to me like cotton does. I don't know. I like it. It's cotton linen summer blend, but I'm so excited. I was so tempted to just finish this today and wait to film because I really want it to be finished. I mean, I only have a few more inches of the strap and cast off and block and I'll be done, but I want to talk to y'all right now, so I was like, it'll be okay. You can show it off, finish next round. The only thing I'm curious about is I think I would like, for the longevity of this bag, I want it to last a long time. And I thought about, you know, this could be my library bag, I could put my books in it, but I think if I put books in this, because it's yarn and it's stretchy, I just wonder if it would mess with the integrity of it over time, like stretch out, or like the book corner would, I don't know, catch it. So I'm interested. I'm not fully committing yet, but I'm interested in exploring how to line a bag. Now, I do not want to get my sewing machine out. I do have one. My grandma gave me her old one, but I have yet to figure out how to use it. It's pretty old, like from the 90s, 80s, 70s. She still works. I would have to find like a manual. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So if anybody has any tips for hand sewing a liner, I feel like the sewing part wouldn't be bad. It's figuring out the measurements of the liner. I have fabric. I have everything I need. The time and the effort is lacking. If anyone has any tips or any wisdom, let me know. We'll see. I think it would be worth it to put a liner in this bag. But then again, maybe I'll explore that later. Maybe I'll put it down after I knit it, and maybe I'll put some flowers in it. I've been gathering flowers from our garden. Like, last year I think I waited until there were 1 million flowers on the stems. We have a little garden, FYI. It doesn't do the best here because it's so hot. But now it's so hot, like the flowers will bloom, and then by the end of the day they're like droopy and almost dead. So every day I go out and I cut some to just keep and harvest. I keep them in mason jars and then I dry some. This could be my little like flower gathering bag. I don't know. I see this bag in a lot of my future dreams, plans. So yeah, all that to say, if anyone has any tips, any wisdom about putting a liner in a bag, for someone who does not want to machine sew, I would like to hand sew, I think. yeah, but anyways, I highly recommend this bag. I wish it was on Ravelry, and maybe I'm just overlooking it because I'm, I do that sometimes. But I've honestly searched and I can't find it. I'm sorry. Okay, so those are all my whips. What else? Oh, so update. Speaking about having a good relationship with my garments, I decided to gift some of my garments away. I think I was in a spring cleaning mode. I found I was holding on to stuff that I wasn't wearing and I really didn't want to wear because of like the fit, maybe the yarn I chose, just like different stuff. And so actually I gave away some recently finished projects that I've talked about in my podcast before. I have a cousin. She's in high school and we are very similar. She is into sewing right now. She's actually into crochet. She just finished her first crochet top. So I'm actually excited. Whenever I like clean out yarn, I don't know what to do with it. So now I'm gonna give her like all the yarn, all my extra yarn, or just whatever I decide to clean out whenever I clean stuff out, or my extra yarn. But yeah, I'm excited for her. And she loves wearing handmade stuff. She sews her own stuff, and I've given her a few of my old garments in the past, like a lot of my summer garments from a couple years ago that I just never wore. She's been wearing the heck out of them, which is so fun and exciting. So I looked at some stuff and I was like, you know what? My cousin would like that. Maybe I should gift it. So I ended up gifting my Eye for an Eyelet sweater. I liked that sweater. I think I made it too cropped and I made the arms too short. And I did not find the strength to go back and lengthen it. I don't know. And I just had a hard time figuring out what to wear under it. I don't like to layer things. I'm not a big layerer. I cannot do double, triple layers. No, ma'am. No. I just, like, even this, I should be layering something underneath it, but I just have a bra on. Like, I can't layer. Not a fan. And with that one, there were so many holes in it. Like eyelets, which was the point. I just felt weird wearing it without anything under it. All that to say, I say that now. I thought about making it again, maybe in a fluffier yarn. I did like the yarn that I chose. It was Karen Cakes. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a cotton acrylic yarn. But I think I would, like, I loved the sample that was shown in the original photo. It was like very fuzzy, maybe like Surrey held double or triple, which I'm sure would be very expensive, but I think I would like that in a fluffier yarn. I don't know. Who knows? Probably won't make it. Oh, I do have some leftover Feeling Good yarn. Maybe I will make it again. I don't know. It was a really good, fun, fast project. It just, in the end, whenever I put it on, I wasn't like, this is, gonna serve me forever. Like, I'm gonna pick it up all the time. So I gifted it to my cousin. I also gifted my Corin cardigan to my cousin. That was a test knit. I chose a size that ended up being a little too snug for me. Like, I wish I would have gone up 1 or 2 sizes even, so that's the reason I gave it away. I should have picked a different size, but that's okay. And I also think I would have worn that one more if it was long sleeve. I've been saying this forever. I need to knit a cardigan for myself. And the one cardigan that I knit was short sleeve, and that just makes no sense because I want to wear, I want something long sleeve. So I should have knit that one long sleeve and in 2-3 sizes up. But I do have the pattern, so I could knit it again. Yeah. I feel like there was one more. Oh, I gifted my Clove sweater. Clove? I don't remember if that's what that was called. It was also a test knit from a while ago. I knit it with hand-dyed yarn that I dyed myself using avocado pits. And I liked it. I made a mistake though on the sleeves, and I could tell, and I just couldn't wear it confidently. But I would like to reknit that pattern again. So I gave those to her, and she's gonna wear them, so I'm excited. I'm excited they have a new life. And I told her, I was like, if you don't like them, just give them back to me and I'll reuse the yarn. And she understood. She's like, oh yeah, I get it. So it's just nice to have someone else close to me that is into fiber now and like into hand making their clothes. Because I feel like if you don't do that, you don't get the time that goes into it or like the resources, Some people might, if they don't like it, they might just like give it away, but you could reuse the yarn. So like, yeah, I appreciate, I'm just excited for her too that she's getting into that. So now I have someone to give extra yarn to and projects to. So those went to her, but I'm not sad about it. I'm happy. I'm happy they get a second life. Oh, I think I might retire some projects. I do have my Augusta lace scarf that I've been knitting, or was knitting on, but I think I've decided it's really pretty. I love it. I love knitting it. I think I got halfway through, and I'm just realizing now that mohair is not practical for me. Like, it does not get cold enough here to wear mohair all the time, and like, I really wanted it for my hair mostly, to like tie it up in my hair. I wasn't even gonna wear it around my neck, really. So I'm like, why did I need to waste mohair on on something for my hair? I don't know. So I might rip that one back, save the mohair for something else, because I have one really good skein of mohair. I can't remember what I used it for, but it's like premium mohair. So I want to find, maybe I'll put it in a hat. I don't know. But I think I want to rip that back and just use some fingering weight yarn and maybe just make the headband version. Okay, that's all my knitting thoughts. Lots of refreshing, restarting, ripping back. It's fine. All these decisions I feel good about. Okay, now on to acquisitions. I have not bought yarn in quite some time, but I was kindly gifted some yarn from a collection, a new collection before I think before it went live. She gifted this to me. So this is from Night Bright Yarn Co. And this is this is one skein. She gifted me 3 skeins, which is so kind. I was like, oh my gosh. Got it in the mail. I was like, whoa, it's a lot. So pretty, so blue. So this whole collection, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a sea collection. And so this one is called Whale Siding. So it's this really pretty tonal blue. And I think this has to be something for Wilder. I actually have a pattern picked out. I think it's called the Wee Grant. It's like, it's almost a Henley without the buttons, and it's long sleeve and it's fingering weight. So I think this will be perfect. I want to knit him more fingering weight sweaters to wear for this winter and fall. And it's so pretty. It's tonal. I love tonals. So thank you so much, Emily. This was so sweet. Yeah, I've had this displayed like somewhere I can see it. Because that's just so pretty. Okay, and oh, wait, I didn't even say what base was on. This is on her Bright Sock. So it's 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, a whopping 436 yards, 100 grams. So yeah, this will definitely make Wilder a little Henley sweater and probably much more. So I'm excited. Excited and thankful. And then, okay, this is her Bright DK base in the seashells. Oh, it's so pretty. So these totally remind me of seashells from Washington and pebbles on the Washington coast where there's barely any sand, just pebbles. Yeah, these are so pretty. So yeah, this is DK and she gifted me 2, which was so kind of her. So since I have 2, I think I want to make, I thought about a hat, but I was like, I bet 2 would get me more than a hat. So I'm thinking maybe a shawl or a mini shawl. I don't know. I have been looking at shawls a lot, y'all. I have never knit a shawl before, and I told myself I was not a shawl person, not a shawl gal. I think I just need to make one, see if it works for me, if it's practical, if I wear it, and if I do, then great. And if not, I can reuse the yarn for something. So I think this might be my first shawl. And I've been looking at shawl patterns, and I have no idea which one I want to do. There's so many. And there's so many different types of shawls. Like there's the crescent shaped shawls and there's the triangle shawls. I think I'm leaning more toward triangle. There's also the petite knit shawl. I don't remember what that's called. It's very popular. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But it's almost like a scarf, but it like starts to point and goes out and then goes to a point. I'm not sure if I like that construction. Like, I don't know if I love the points. I think I would rather just have a scarf, like a rectangle scarf. I don't know, but I'm leaning toward a triangle shawl. I don't know. But yeah, I'll show these again. Just so pretty. Did I say what base this was on? Bright DK, 100% superwash merino, 231 yards. So it's so sweet. So sweet. So yeah, these have just been hanging out on a display where I can see them, dream about them. I think this will be what I cast on first though for Wilder. So yeah, thank you, Emily. Y'all should definitely go check out her store. I'm not sure if she has any more available, but if she does, you should get some, and if not, you should hang out till her next collection, because yeah, I think this was her very first collection actually. Don't quote me on that. My brain. But yeah, Emily's super sweet. Highly recommend. I mean, look at that tonal. Wow. Okay, so that wraps up my knitting yarn portion. Thank you for hanging out forever. I feel like I went fast, but also talked a lot and rambled, which is normal for me. Let's get into my book section, my library section. So, here we go. I finished reading Golden Sun, the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. I finished reading that 2 days ago? Yesterday? I don't remember. But as soon as I finished reading it, I went on my lunch break and I went to the library and I turned it in and I got this one. So this is Morning Star, and I'm so glad my library has these. Morning Star, this is the third in the trilogy, and there's actually 3 more, so I'm not sure why it's called a trilogy. I don't know, but maybe it was supposed to be a trilogy and then he decided to write more. I'm not complaining, because it's a really good series. All I can say is that these books set you up. You think everything's good, everything's going great, and then just shatter. Everything shatters. And right now I'm in a shatter moment. Like, it starts out, I'm broken. But it's such an emotional roller coaster, and it's so good. And it's sci-fi. I don't know what that was. It's sci-fi, there's spaceships. Not my usual thing, but wow, this is good. I don't know if I'll pick up another sci-fi series after this. I don't know if it's the sci-fi I love or just like the writing. I'm sure it's the writing and the plot and the characters. But now my mind is open to sci-fi, because if, not that I like stayed away from it, but it just wasn't something that like super interested me. But now I enjoy it, so that's fun. And then I also checked out this book from the library. It's super shiny, so wow, that's really shiny. Ooh. It is called Chewy, Gooey, Crispy, Crunchy, Melt in Your Mouth Cookies by Alice Medridge. Maybe. Very long title, but very accurate. So I actually made something out of this today. I got it yesterday, I made it today. The only thing I can say about this book, I wish it had pictures. There's no pictures. It's just, well, there's some pictures, but there's not. I enjoy a cookbook that has very strong visuals next to the recipe, so I can like look at it and see what it looks like. Because some of the stuff, I'm not a well-versed baker. Like, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what a cardamom caramel palmier is. Palmier? I don't know what that looks like. So I don't know if I want to bake it, If I don't know what to visualize, like, I don't know. But I did make some brownies, like some very basic cocoa brownies with cocoa powder. And they're very good. They were in the gooey section of this book, and they are very gooey. Although the recipe told me to put aluminum foil in the pan. And I followed blindly, and now my brownies are stuck to the aluminum. I'm pretty sure I ate a little bit of foil because I just really wanted a brownie, and then I looked down and there was some foil off. I don't know, I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, my brownies are stuck. It's okay though. They're good, they're gooey. So yeah, I just wish I had more pictures, but the brownies were good so far, so A+. Yeah, I actually checked out 2 cookbooks the last time I went to the library before this, and I turned it back in. I didn't make anything out of them, but it was The Magnolia Table by Joanna Gaines and then Snoop Dogg's From Crook to Cook. And there are lots of interesting recipes in that one. I'm definitely more of a baker though. Like, Logan makes our dinners and stuff. He's the dinner guy. I'm the baker. Like, I don't know, the pleasure baking. I don't know. He's more of like, staple dinner things we need to eat for our nourishment, and I'm like, oh, let's eat sugar. But yeah, there were some good looking recipes in that one, and I think I might check it out again and try my hand at making dinner. And there's even good breakfast recipes, and the Joanna Gaines one had a good waffle recipe. That's honestly the only reason why I got it. I didn't even make it, so maybe I should. Also made biscuits today. I think I just got that recipe off Pinterest, but okay, that's now I'm going down a rabbit hole of baking. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun baking this summer. Lots of sweet things. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. So thank you for listening to my rambling once again. I'm pretty sure I talked about everything that I was thinking about talking about, so that's good. And yeah, I hope you'll have a good time knitting. Hopefully I'll see you sooner next time. Maybe I won't wait a month to film. We'll see. But yeah, I'm thinking my next video will finally be the roundup of everything I knit Wilder. I know that was requested, and I've been wanting to make that, and he is now at the age where he's worn everything that I knit him, or hasn't worn things that I knit him that he's too big for now. So I would love to give my opinions about what I made him. I'm also finally getting ready to make him more. Like, I haven't knit him anything, I don't think, in months. But I want to start knitting him stuff for the winter and for fall now, so I'm not super stressed during, you know, fall and winter. I can just have them ready for him. So yeah, maybe that'll be a good video to do next. Alrighty, those are my thoughts. All my thoughts. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see y'all next time.